claimed she's as powerful as Superman himself. Pre-Crisis Superman.
Oh, whoa!
The only limit is her imagination.
Whoa!
In fact, her backward speaking is mostly a stagecraft tradition meant to boost her concentration.
In a pinch, she can cast a spell with a single thud, and I doubt anyone's winning a quick draw with her. She's matched superheroes like Martian Manhunter, who's...
You know what I kind of wonder? Like, here's something super nerdy for anybody who will understand it. But if Superboy Prime killed the original Superman like he did in that Crisis comic. I don't know which Crisis was. It was Infinite Crisis or Crisis. Yeah, I think it was Infinite Crisis. The one where he fought the original Superman and the current Superman at the time. And he beat that one to death. If he sneezed, could the planets go everywhere? I don't know. It's something to think about. I mean, it probably would be, but yeah. Why hasn't the DC universe been like completely destroyed, like on multiple levels? Then, boy.
And every mind on Earth in a blank instant. Or how about Dr. Fate, whose magic traveled across the universe at the completely immeasurable velocity of God?
Zatanna has fended off countless reality-shattering threats like the Eldritch Upside-Down Man, Primordial Darkness, that is evil incarnate, and the Void Beyond Creation, Pralaya.
This shadow goop lady ate all of DC Comics.
What?
All of creation, everything. Gods, demons, rabbits, and spandex, everything. And Zatanna's magic was strong enough to hold her back.
And then, after secretly implanting Swamp Thing inside Pralaya, she weaved the spell within him to literally regrow all of reality back in seconds.
Zatanna tricked a being older than God and then blew her ass up from the inside with a whole new omniverse.
Wow.
Goddamn Dabra.
Such is the
Abracadabra is
power
right.
of Zatanna's will. Should it falter though, or should her focus be disrupted, it could all come crashing down like a house of cards. Belief is a fragile thing after all, and her powers were weakened for a time after she lost belief in herself.
And she's definitely got one big
Spellaholic.
point. She's a huge daddy's girl.
Despite her amazing career, she has struggled within herself to live up to her father's legacy, especially after his heroic death.
And this MFer has died a lot of times. So Z's therapy can't be cheap, especially after dating John Constantine. Oh, I can just smell the lager and self-loathing from here. No, oh wait, that's me.
Questionable romance aside, Zatanna is a consummate professional raised on one singular principle.
Probably one of the only guys is actually her equal.
And she'll always finish strong with a standing ovation.
Jeez.
It is through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Woo! Yeah! Aw, man! This is just sprites.
And for my first trick,
I wanted to see this in 3D. I just love it too much. Hey! What the...
ta-da!
Ta-dum!
What sort of 2-bit sorceress do you think you are? 2-bit? Perhaps I was being generous.
And of course he has accent here.
All part of the show, folks.
Bunnies! What?
Huh?
Oh! Whoa!
I'd say this calls for an offender.
Ah! Actually, yeah, the Hulk would be able to hold them back a little bit. But Superman's gonna win that. No, didn't even need... Okay.
Do you know the difference between you and I? Power!
Well, I think the difference is... presentation! And I know a trick when I see one.
What?
Universes.
You can't run forever. Now make like a magician and disappear!
Whoa.
A disappearing act was the first thing Dad ever taught me. And for my final trick... No more witches.
Whoa. Oh, they got her? What?
And that's our show, ladies and germs.
What? Okay, guess you won.
Oh, now that's a magic trick that's to die for.
Oh, she sawed her in half. I get
On a
it.
tightrope. It could fall either way at any point.
Because at the end of the day, both these ladies could do basically anything with their magic. All they had to do was think and shit would happen. They were totally even. At her peak, Wanda was able to threaten the stability of all creation.
And at Zatanna's best, she was able to hold back Pralaya, who could do the exact same thing. And despite some differences, the omniversal cosmologies of Marvel and DC Comics are roughly equivalent in size and scope. All that was left for us to look at was their weaknesses.
While both were as powerful as one another, Wanda needed to tap into the life force to reach that pinnacle, and doing so threatened her sanity.
Let's take a closer look at the events surrounding House of M, where Wanda's powers were at their maximum.
Despite admitting that she was way stronger, Doctor Strange managed to get the best of Wanda with a cool head and a spell that briefly knocked her out cold.
Oh,
Wits
right.
against
Oh,
her
yeah, that's
mental
right.
instability were enough to turn
And
the
the
tide.
Avengers
To be
disassembled.
clear, this instability definitely wouldn't affect her power. She was still strong enough to create a completely new alternate reality and then erase it just as easily.
Yeah,
what it
that's
would
true.
do is leave her open.
Also, take her No More Mutant spell. As insanely powerful as it was to affect the whole of Marvel's creation, it wasn't entirely successful. There was still a tiny portion of Earth's mutant population
is
left
true.
unaffected, likely due to interference from Strange and Emma Frost.
Against Zatanna, who was just as strong and not losing her mind, she wouldn't be able to afford that kind of lapse, even for an instant.
On the other hand, Zatanna has managed to maintain her willpower fighting foes just as strong as the Scarlet Witch, so she didn't have the same kind of exploitable weakness.
And remember, she doesn't actually need to say her spells backwards.
Really?
It helps with her concentration, but all her spells come from her mental impulses, just like Wanda. She's consistently pulled off non-verbal spells in the past, even against beings as strong as Pralaya.
In the end, Z definitely had enough experience fighting smart and keeping on her toes to hang with Wanda long enough to get in a finishing blow.
While there were definitely versions of this battle that could have ended with Wanda victorious, Zatanna's cooler head and effortless magic allowed her to prevail.
I guess you could say Wanda never saw it coming, and Zatanna Maxim offed her.
Is Zatanna.
What's next? Jonathan Joestar? Oh! Demons! Oh, Tanjiro! Oh! I gotta watch that, actually. I was just saying that I probably should continue watching Demon Slayer, because I only watched a few episodes or something. Maybe I should start the whole damn thing. I barely remember what the heck was going on in that. And I know nothing, I barely know nothing about JoJo's Adventure, so we're going to see how that fight goes. It seems pretty cool. But yeah, other than that, this fight was actually pretty damn good. I guess I can see what they were talking about as far as, you know, Zatanna being able to use the nonverbal spells and having still have an advantage over Wanda and everything. And I could see how she was able to do it. Yeah, I mean, if she had also fought fought enemies like and comparable to Wanda, and she was still able to defeat them and overcome them, then that's kind of a pretty good, pretty good wavelength. It's probably a pretty good chance that they could beat her. I mean, that Zatanna could beat Wanda. But I don't know. The fight was a little confusing, but I guess that's how it was with Magic, because they brought multiverses into it again, and I'm like, why? Yeah, that's something like maybe like the Flash would do or something like that. It's just weird. But anyway, yeah, I mean, yeah, Zatanna's actually really powerful. I wonder if, poor Superman would probably be screwed if he tried to mess with her, because he has no protections against magic or whatever. It's weird. And I'm sorry I keep harping on Superman on here, but I love Superman. And but yeah, I'm a little surprised that Wanda lost. I am, but it does make a little bit of sense that she would. And I kind of figured again that Zatanna would win in that. But I heard a lot of stuff that Wanda was also capable of that I had no idea that she was capable of, and I was pretty surprised at how strong she was. I mean, really, if you get down to it, she really is the strongest Avenger in the comics and in the movies so far. Like, screw Captain Marvel, screw Thor, screw the Hulk. They all look like puppies compared to that. The only probably the only person that probably is comparable to her is Doctor Strange, and we'll see about that in Multiverse of Madness. So anyway, can't wait to share that with you. I'm gonna see. Let me know. Like and subscribe, and let me know if you want me to review. If you want me to react to the movie when it eventually comes out. Or just wait for it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to wait for it, but I'll see if you guys say so. If not, I mean, hey, I'll just go out and I'll just see the movie or something like that. Because hey, either way. All right, everybody. So I'll check you out in the next video. See you guys later.